Hello, my name is Amina Sheep and I'm going to talk about our robot. In the beginning, me and my friends have assembled the robot depending on this book. It explains every specific detail about the robot, from attaching the very small piece to the large piece. For example, here it explains that there are two ways of power source for the robot. It's either that we use the rechargeable battery or our own batteries. We decided to use our own batteries and we already have assembled them because we didn't have a charger. After that, in the robot there are several important components. For example, here we have several sensors such as the infrared, the color sensor, and here is another sensor. We have attached all of the sensors and tried to test some of them. After that, we have started to work on our activity where we needed our robot to start from this box and then move until it reached the first line. When it reached the first line, it needs to stop and lower its hand and raise it. And the robot needs to repeat this until it reaches the third line. After that, it needs to go backward until he reaches the box again. Our task may seem difficult, but we as engineers and problem solvers have started to think how we will let the robot see the black tape to stop and raise or lower its arm. After thinking, we remembered that we have several sensors and one of them can do the job, which is the light sensor that is located here. It can detect the black color and also it can detect the floor color. If we just put it like this, it will be able to detect the black color, or like this to detect the floor color. So this will help us to do our task easily. In the beginning, when the program starts, we need our motors to move. The wheels are connected to port B and C. We need the motor to move for 2 rotations at 50% speed. Our program needs to stop at each black line, and when it stops at the black line, it needs to lower and raise its arm. That's why we have put here number 3. If we needed to do that for 4 lines, we put number 4. It depends on how many lines we have. Since we have 3 lines, I have put the repeat for 3 lines. We have set the movement to ports B and C. I have put the reflected light intensity less than 10, since the black tape intensity is less than 10. When the reflected light intensity is less than 10, our robot needs to stop moving and to raise and lower its arm. After that, we have set the movement again for ports B and C, which are the wheel, and it will start moving on the floor, which is the floor light intensity is greater than 35. And it needs to repeat this step again for 3 times. At each time, it will stop when the reflected light intensity is less than, which is the tape. After that, we need our robot to go back to the square where it started. To go back to where it started, it will need another kind of code. It is similar to the above, but this time it's without the stopping. So we have set the movement to ports B and C, which are the wheels, and moving backward for 1 rotation. It will need to repeat that for 3 times, since we have 3 lines, but without any stops. It will just go backward until it reaches its box again, and then it will have to stop. And thank you. This was our brief explanation of our code.